Okay, hello. I'm really happy to be here to present you my project called Zone Project. And I will present all the project, everything you would know about this. First, I have a problem. When I'm on Twitter, my timeline is really, really big. I can't follow everything. Who has this problem? Everybody. It's really a big problem. How can you sort all this information? How can you say, I want to see one thing, one other thing, don't see other thing? We need to have solutions which will make this sort. We need to have solutions ready to make sort in order to don't read everything. And it's what I want to work on. But it's not only on Twitter, it's on all information. When you see, when you read newspaper, you need to see, okay, I don't want to read this page, other page. You need to have your personal newspaper. Or another solution is to buy everything, all newspaper, and read everything every morning. But it's not good solutions. We need to make this quickly. In informatics, if we want to make news forecasting, we need to have solutions to make this efficiently. And it's really important. But there are solutions. There are a lot of solutions. First, you can trust providers. You can buy a newspaper that you like and say, okay, it's good information. I have just to read this. You can go on Google News, on other websites, to have this information. But it's not your information. In order to have your information, you can follow RSS feeds. You have aggregators. You say, okay, I want news coming from one website for another website, and say, okay, you will give me all the news on a page, and I will read everything for this website. But it's not making filtering. It's not, for me, a good solution because I will need to read everything on this aggregator, and it's not pretty good solutions. Finally, I found one solution called Yahoo Pipe. It's really easy to use. As you can see, you just have to make box, to make link between box, and it works. But I think you don't know how to use this. And we really need to understand this. But it works. You can say, I want maybe 10 or 15 RSS feeds. I want you to take only news with this word in the news, with another word, making sort, making other things, making random maybe. And you will have your news. You will have your filtering. But it's called Yahoo Pipe, and it's in Yahoo. It's not on your computer. Okay, I have problem. I need to work on mining. Why mining? Because when I'm filtering news, I can't say I just want this word, this other word. I need to say I want this information. I want information talking about this person, about another person. And I really need to work on mining. Other problem, I need an open solution. My solution can't be hosted by Google or Yahoo. It really needs to be in my computer. It needs to be for me, by me, on my computer. Okay, why? I can't make this. I can make these solutions. I was student in an engineering school. I can make code. I have studied graph analysis. I can make everything about this. I can make web hosting. I love open source. Why not making these solutions? Okay, I start to code, and I made my solutions. It's pretty beautiful. I love this. It's my solutions. It's working for me. I have my news. I have my filtering. I have everything I wanted. But maybe it's the same problem than Yahoo Pipes. It's not beautiful. And I say, okay, I have my solution. It's work for me. I use this. But I say, okay, how can I make better? How can I make a solution for other person, for you? And I seen a contest made by NVIDIA. They say, okay, we give you 1 year full-time working on an open source project, and you will manage the project as you want. You will make open source. You will go to conferences in order to make pub for NVIDIA, say NVIDIA is good, everything like this. But you will work as you want on open source. And since 5 months, I'm working on this. And I will present you what I'm working on and how can it work. The tech. Okay, I have my feeds. Like with an other feeds aggregator, I need to read these feeds. But now I will make better. I will annotate my news. How can I annotate news? How can I annotate news? I will use annotator. And an annotator will take a text. Here, for example, I have a text coming from BBC News. The services will read this text and will underline things important. Will underline named entities. He can read that it's talking about David Cameron. He will see that David Cameron is named 2 times as David Cameron first and Mr. Cameron in the second time. It will say, okay, it's really important. This person is really important in this text. He will see other things like it's talking about European Union. It will say, okay, it's a news talking about David Cameron and European Union. And with these annotators, I will need able to make to work on mining on my text. I'm able to put a sense of all the text I'm analysis. Okay, I have this, but I can make a lot more. Why not using open data? With open data, you have all the things organized in order to be analysis by ordinators. With open data, you have semantic web. The aim of this research topic is to take all the information sources, like Wikipedia, and to link them one between other one, and to make ordinate and to put to be able with computer to make analysis about text. For example, it was talking about David Cameron, but with Wikipedia, I know that David Cameron is a politician. And I'm now able to say that my news is talking about politics. And I need to be able to add a lot of meanings on my text. And it's really important in order to make my filtering. And other things, I can make data mining on my news. I just take all the news and I will regroup all the news similar one between other one. And like this, I can't say, okay, all this news is talking about this subject, all other news are talking about another subject. And like this, I can make more and more about my news and about filtering. Okay, now I have all my news, I just need to store them. And for this, I use NoSQL databases called Virtuoso, which is a graph-oriented database used in semantic web. It worked really fine, and it enabled me to make mining, to organize my data, and it worked really efficiently in my project. Okay, I have my databases, I have my informations, and now I need to write and web interfaces in order to see my news. I have my topics. I just need to translate my questions to the computer. For this, I use Sparkle request. It's come from web semantic, and the aim is to write request like in MySQL, and to ask for databases, for graph databases. Here I have the example talking about David Cameron. I can say I want all information talking about this person, talking about European Union, and it will give me all this information. And it's very efficient. It helped me to have all my information with the filtering on person. It's not just on words. It's really on context. I can say I want the person, David Cameron, the organization, European Union. It's really efficiently on this. Now, I have my response. I have the information I want, and I just need to give this to a client as a RSS feed or as a web interfaces. And like this, I have my solutions. And here is the solutions working with 2 workflows. The annotation workflow on maybe on a computer, on a server, and the client, the web client, or for mobile phone, for everything you want on another site. Now I will present you a short demo. Okay, here is the solutions. You can see all the news. You can see the annotations. And we will click maybe on one annotation for White House. We have all news talking now about White House. We have RSS feeds, Twitter news, and all is annotated. We have some pages. We can see everything. Now I will add an, I can click to see the news talking about Maison Blanche. And I will say, okay, I want also news talking about Hamid Kazi. And I have all this news coming from my RSS feeds and coming from Twitter. And okay, it's work. I have my solutions. Now I can make more things with open data. I want all news talking about the department Île-de-France. I can check all these informations. I can make more things. And I can really make my filtering like this. Okay, it's not much more beautiful than the first versions, but I'm really working on this, and I think we will have, in 1 or 2 months, a really better solution on this. It was the demo. You can try it. Go, try it. I really need user. I really need to know how you want to use these solutions. We have a really big solutions. We just need to find usage, to find how you want to use these solutions. It's really important because now I can use for my usage, but I think there is a lot of usage you would like interested in. You can use these solutions for medical news feeding, for news forecasting, for a lot of things, and I think we need to know on what we want to use this. Last slide. For me, it's really a good project. I love working on this every morning, going to work. It's really fine. If one wants to work on this project, we have an internship. It's really, I think, a good solution. It's fine. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing with us this new software.
Maybe time for one question? No. Yeah.
What kind of tool do you use to extract name entity for the annotators? What kind of tools?
Yes. It's come from NERD recognition, named entity recognitions.
Yes. The question is, what kind of tool do you use in your annotator to extract name entity?
Yeah. We use solutions coming from name entity recognitions domain. Personally, I use Wikimeta. Or there are other solutions. You can go to nerd, nerd.arecom.org, and there are a lot of solutions for these applications.
Yes.
There are not a lot of open source solutions, but we are working on with INRIA in order to have solutions working in French and in English called Spotlight. It's a solution coming from Wikipedia, and we will try to translate this in French in order to work for my project.
Yes, thanks. It's really powerful, your solution.
Yeah.
And another question is about the topics that the user can use to select the news. If you have think about some criteria to suggest the topics or some other things about this, because I think it's a big problem that people can select what they are interested
Yeah.
on.
One thing I really want to see in the solutions is making a language in order to make categories, meta categories. The user will say, okay, I create a category with this thing, this other thing, not another things, and like this, we will be able to make meta categories for things. And all the things we are using for this filtering, it's come only from semantic web. We just use this, and we have a lot of things that we can use. If we use other annotators, we can work on medical news, on a lot of things. But it's really important to have these annotators in order to have a lot of information about news. You're welcome.